Kylie Jenner, Galliano, me. So I did this makeup look and it ate. The only problem is that I hated the footage. So chat, was I able to reheat my own nachos? Let me know. So I'm going in with these two shades right here from the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette. And I'm just gonna go into my crease just to kind of build some warmth. So now I'm gonna go in with a black eyeshadow and just go over that area in my crease, but I'm not gonna go higher than where the brown is. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. I'm gonna apply this all over my lid. I'm taking a clean blending brush and I'm just smoothing out the edges of everything. So my makeup is looking pretty messy, so I'm gonna just clean up the edges. And I'm gonna use that same blending brush I was using earlier just to smooth out these edges. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of that brown on my blending brush, and I'm gonna just put it right here back on the edge. Go back in with my black. And I'm really gonna just try to deepen right into my inner corner and blend that out. I did my lashes and my brows off camera. Now I'm gonna go in with like some gel eyeliner just on my waterline. So I'm taking my cream bronzer now just to underpaint, and I'm using a stippling brush just to really load up the product. I'm just trying to really blend this out. Now I'm going in with a concealer that's my skin tone. Well, it's not my skin tone, but it's close to my skin tone. I'm gonna do a little bit of color corrector just where I have some darkness. So like right here, right here, here, and right here. I love this House Labs brush just for blending it out because it just keeps it very targeted in the areas that I want it to be. And now I'm going in with my foundation. We're going to blend this where the contour and the highlighter meet, and also the areas of my face that don't have any makeup product. And for the blush, I'm going to be using Dancing Queen and Golden Hour by Vanessa Myrick. So the makeup look she has is very lifted, and this is something that you want to keep in mind while you're applying your blush, your concealer, your bronzer. You want to make sure that you're lifting your face up with the makeup product. So I'm going in with a bright concealer shade, and I'm going to just apply the product right here onto the high points of my face like I did earlier, but this time I'm applying a lot more product if you can't tell. And I'm also going to stipple the product right here just to lift my face, okay? We have to cover the blush one way or another. So I'm gonna just do this. So I'm using whatever residue is left on my blush brush just to bring back some color to the high points of my cheeks, just so the makeup look isn't dragged down. I'm using a neutral yellow setting powder just to bake underneath my eyes. This is Banana Bread by Huda Beauty. And I'm going in just with a second layer of this, and I'm also going on top of my blush. You don't really need to worry about your blush putting on too many blushes at the earlier stage because a lot of it is going to be concealed. I'm just carving out right underneath right here, and I'm going over a little bit of the areas where there's blush just so I can make sure that there's a marriage of the colors instead of having this sharp contrast. I'm gonna just blend away any of the excess powder. I'm gonna go back in with this Vanessa Myrick's blush. So this is still the same shade, Golden Hour, the orange one, just to bring back right at that high point. When you use this much powder, you have to go in with a setting spray that is meant to liquefy the powder. Personally, I'm not a matte makeup girly. Like, I'm very like skin-like, satin, dewy. I don't do matte makeup, but I might start because I did a matte makeup look once and I was like, wait, this is tea. This is a Milk Makeup Hydro Grip spray. I'm gonna just spray this on my face. Going in with this under eye powder by Pat McGrath. This is in the shade Deep, and also on my forehead. Going with the shade, a lighter shade in yellow, and I'm gonna put this really just where I put the, not really where I put the deep, but just on my chin and my forehead. And I'm also going to put this right here underneath my eyes. I'm gonna go in with the second round of the setting spray, but I'm gonna go with a lighter hand. That's it. So now I'm going with a gentle hand, the bigger end of this Makeup by Mario brush, and I'm just putting this around my forehead, just a little bit around my part of my face, just so there's less of a harsh contrast between the tones and the shades. So now to finish off the eye look, I'm gonna go in with this burnt brown reddish shade right here from the palette, and I'm gonna just put this underneath my eyes. And these are just pieces of lashes that I've cut off, and I'm gonna just put this in the middle right underneath. So in those pictures, I used Root For Me by MAC, but I can't find it, so I'm gonna make do with Chestnut. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just line my lips. Now I'm gonna take a black liner, lightly go over the outer edge. Now I'm gonna go in with Golden Hour, some of that Dancing Queen, Add a little bit of that to the look. Back with chestnut just to define the lip, just to take away some of the shine. And I'm gonna take this pink lipstick and just put a little bit here. Just a little bit more overlined. So the nachos have been successfully reheated.